Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hello, all.
What's up, Chris?
Hey, guys. What's up?
All right, so I did some casts already. I said I really enjoyed the episode. I said it's one of my favorites so far, but what did you think?
No, I thought this was probably the best one of this season. I have to say, I think it was written very well. I did have a couple issues with it.
Yeah.
But mainly though, I thought this was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By far, night and day to the other episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody new, Chibnall not involved in the episode.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Separate. And this guy could write. This guy could do more episodes as far as I'm concerned. Now, I think your gripe was my gripe. I know what you're going to say, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. The 13th Doctor is still annoying.
Mm-hmm.
She was probably the worst part of this episode.
Well, what did she say? Gender regeneration?
So, okay, yeah. So there was a scene there where she was with the. I guess you're gonna go into spoilers here. So
yeah,
there's a scene where she's with Yaz and her grandmother and her great grandmother, and they're getting ready for the wedding. And I guess that there's a tradition where they put these designs on their hands and kind of look like the sun to me. I don't know if maybe the comment section can expand on that for us. But
yeah.
She said, "Oh, wow, I never did that when I was a man." And Yaz was like, "Oh, doctor, you and your humor," like kind of saying like, "Hey, don't bring any of that stuff."
But she was kind of shocked by the comment too, because I don't think that they knew either, right?
Yeah, I don't think they knew either. But then the doctor says like, "Oh yeah, I have to keep my physical regeneration and gender regeneration jokes to myself."
Oh, God, yeah.
And I sat there for a second, and I was like, didn't the 12th Doctor say that the Time Lords didn't have a concept of gender? They clearly do, if that is the thing.
He said that gender, like in other words, they could switch genders like it's like clothing.
Yeah, he said like they didn't have like a section.
Not that it was like, genderless, like some assholes were saying, like, the doctor's genderless. No, obviously the doctor has all the women parts, not man parts, but like regardless of being an alien. But it's not that way. We know it's not that way. Like what the way they made it out to be. Yes, it is. It is gender. It's a female doctor. But I don't know if I like that phrase because she said physical regeneration and gender regeneration.
She said something to the like effect of I don't remember if it was physical, but she said something regeneration and then clearly said gender regeneration. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about that line. Because that could be like, hey, when I was younger, because we're not in the academy, everybody gets one regeneration, and then it's like, oh, okay, I just experimented, like people would experiment with drugs. He experimented being a female or something,
Yeah,
and
that was I that just made me go, okay, that's kind of weird. But that wasn't really an issue that I had with the episode. My two biggest issues with the episode were the pacing. Because there was that scene when they were all in the forest and they were talking to each other.
Right.
And I felt like the camera was having a seizure.
Somebody pointed out that they freeze frame, you could see the camera in the background.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. That's bad. That's bad. I know that happens. But
my thing is, though, it was when the doctor, Graham, Ryan, and the guy that Yaz's grandmother married, when they were talking, it felt like the camera went back and forth like 20 times in a second.
Yeah.
And I was just like, pick somebody and stay on them.
Right. Like they showed the young woman that's the grandmother from different angles, multiple effing times.
It was getting crazy. And then again, I'm sorry, the 13th Doctor continues to just be like a non-character.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was a little better though.
There were certain scenes where she was better, but overall, though, I was like, this is the same thing.
Yeah.
With this doctor.
Here's the thing. We're 6 episodes in now. 4 left, 1 special coming. Are we gonna have any damn villains or what?
No.
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 Broadchurch in space.
Although I did like the design and the whole
Yeah.
purpose of these aliens that were in the show.
I said the same thing. I said the same thing.
I did. You can't just keep cool-looking aliens actual villains and not make everybody peace.
But they weren't even villains.
Yeah, they were just there.
Yeah.
They were like the Watchers of the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all they are, is the Watchers. They can't say the Watchers. They witness. They whatever they call themselves, but so they witness what happens. So they're the Watchers, like the Marvel Universe. That's what they are. That's what they do now. I gotta say, originally when I heard the concept of the retail thing, I thought it was gonna be horrible. But then there was the trailer. Now the trailer, I thought the way she started talking was like doctorish, you know. Like it kind of was like, oh, what kind of speech is this gonna be? You know, I don't know. I mean, we don't got that many episodes left, by the way.
No, we don't.
One more period piece, like in the past. Because then it wasn't it 3 in the past, 3 in the future, and 4 in the present, right? So we said the opening episode we had the arachnids in the present, right? And I guess there'll be 2 more, right? Or whatever it's gonna be.
Well, I mean, technically, wasn't the second episode also in the present because they didn't necessarily time travel?
Well, the first episode.
Well, in space, if it's so far away, it's technically by the time they came back, it will be.
Well, technically, yeah, but
I mean, it's basic. I consider it that. I consider that in the future, kind of. I don't know. Yeah, you're right.
That would mean,
I guess you're right. I don't know.
I don't know. You know.
That's right. You're probably right with that. Yeah, man. 4 episodes left. That's it.
Yeah.
We're done.
First
We're done.
episode, the spiders and
then a special, whatever that's gonna be. So, what'd you rate it?
I'd give this one probably like an 8 out of 10. I mean, I thought it was pretty good. I
did the same thing. Yeah.
I wasn't bored, and I was entertained, and you know Whitaker was okay at certain parts in this episode, and everybody else did a pretty good performance. So I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
You know, I don't see any reason to really hate this episode. I saw some reviews that really didn't like it. And
my rating for the arachnids went down because I watched it again.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, it's down to an 8. So the arachnids. So this I'll rate.
Wait, isn't that really high though?
8.5. I thought he said.
Originally I said 9 point. It was way too hard when I was watching. Yeah.
Oh.
But I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it. Are we gonna give this an 8 too? Let's see. The first episode. Yeah, I'll give it an 8. This one.
I thought this was way better than Arachnid. I thought Arachnids was terrible.
I mean, no, I'm going to give this 8.5 because I liked Arachnids episode. I liked it a lot. There's something about it, but this is my favorite one compared to Arachnids. So Arachnids is 8. This is 8.5, and we'll see how it goes. So that is a new rating for Arachnids. That's. But
you know what's frightening though, and I think we already kind of alluded to this, was that this episode Chibnall was not involved.
I said again.
And we actually kind of liked it. What does that bode for the rest of her time as the Doctor with him as a showrunner?
Yeah.
Well, we got episode. The next episode's not with Chibnall. The episode after that, there's a couple episodes not with Chibnall, coming up, and then we're going to be he's got the last one, I guess. So.
And that's what I said. I said,
that's the thing that's
isn't it funny when Chibnall writes it, doesn't write it, we all like it.
Yeah. I mean, there's only one episode I really gave it a failing rating, was the Rosa one. You know what I'm saying? Like the Ghost Monument just passed by the skin of its damn teeth. Because I was not inclined with that episode. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It's. I compare this to Series 1, but I like Series 1 of Doctor Who better. You know, it's like, you know what I'm saying? The Chris Action's better, but this will be the lesser of all the new Who seasons still so far. Jodie Whittaker season. Do you agree, Chris, or no? Of Series 1 through.
Yeah. Oh no, I definitely agree. I think this has been the weakest season so far.
Right.
This has been the first season where I've actually clocked out of an episode, like just been like, I don't care. I don't care anymore. Like, literally.
Yeah. And it's so it's night and day. Every episode is up and down, up and down, up and there's no consistency. It's like you're either up or you're down, and it's not like they're all they're all like
the past few for me have all been down.
Right.
From the Ghost Monument to the one we got last week. I didn't like any of those. This one I liked, and I kind of liked the first episode.
Right.
But the one consistent thing though that has been basically the same in all of the episodes is that the 13th Doctor is just not appealing to me.
So far. Yeah, I know.
So far, yeah.
Because I don't think they really come into their own to their next season, really. You know what I'm saying? They're always getting their feet wet with their first season, kind of.
Well, my thing, though, is like at this point in other seasons, I was already okay with the Doctor.
I know. Yeah.
So that's what I'm going off of. I mean, sometimes, like Capaldi, I was into him in his first episode. Matt Smith took a little bit longer for me. And to be honest with you, David Tennant took a little bit longer for me, too.
Oh, David Tennant was instant. Yeah. To me. Matt Smith, the 11th hour at first, I didn't like it. It bothered me. But then, you know that. But then, after a while, we watched numerous times. We were okay. So, I don't know what everybody else's overall consensus is for the Demons of the Punjab. But again, I thought that this is the one time that you didn't need a villain. It was human beings, a bunch of fucking villains sometimes. I mean, they're demons themselves. So
well, this was a much better way to kind of have a historical lesson than Rosa.
Yes.
I thought.
Oh, definitely.
Because she wasn't there trying to stop what was happening. She was just kind of like, okay, we're here. This is happening. It has to happen for history to continue the way it has to go.
Right.
We should go. It wasn't like with Rosa where it was like, I know that different circumstances. It was just by accident, but
yeah, I want to point something out though.
Was better.
I want to point something out to you though. You know how every doctor can see time and see what's wrong, what's right?
Yes.
She can't.
She can't. No, not at all.
At all. She had an alien race that had to tell her about fix points.
Yeah. I think they forgot that whole thing because that hasn't been mentioned in a few seasons now.
She can't see like how things are supposed to be at all.
Mm-hmm.
There's something missing with her, I think, that's going to come to play that a piece of her is missing or something. I don't know. I still think she's sick. Yeah.
The last time, like, a fixed point, because that's usually where the Doctor would bring that up, is when he'd be like, oh, it's a fixed point. The last time a fixed point was a big plot point that I can remember was with the Doctor and River on the beach.
Yep.
I can't remember another time when they were like, oh, it's a fixed point. We can't alter this or else,
Right.
At least that to my knowledge. I might be wrong. But.
There was probably other ones that after that, but I mean, they just I'm trying to think. I don't know what Chibnall's rules of time travel is because everybody has their own rules.
Oh no, there was the one with Amy and Rory when they died. I forgot about that one.
Yeah. Amy Steckman. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So. You know what? It's sad because you can't market the show with this season. They don't know that, and they're trying to, and it's not working anywhere over here. I mean, like merchandise-wise. I'm talking merchandise-wise, guys, because I think the problem was that Chibnall didn't tell them what to make, and they just had to make stupid shit like "Oh, brilliant" type of shirts. Now that the season's almost done, will they have shirts for the Pating and all these aliens? I'm sure they will, right, Scott? Probably. I mean,
yeah, definitely. Because the two main villains I can see them putting out is these villains here and the one from the last.
And they're not even; these weren't even villains.
No, they're not. These would be falling underneath an alien race.
Aliens.
Yeah, but these were I don't know who designed these, but these were like really cool. I like how they were like spider-like, but
they were like villains of the past.
Yeah,
I told them it looked like a combination of boars and spiders.
But they should bring them back in the past, like where she fights them. Yeah, that would be cool.
You know what we need? We need to have the Fisher King come back.
Or the Minister of War that we never even seen, or the Daleks.
Did you catch the little hint to maybe the Sea Devils in that, Chris?
What?
the little comment in the beginning with Graham, you comment about turtles, and I'm thinking, is this?
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking.
Like an army of
I
turtles.
got the impression in this episode that he's talking about bucket list. He's fucking dying, Graham. I'm even more convinced now.
Yeah, you know, his cancer might have come back. That might be something.
And I said, yep. Because there's a YouTube, there was a Facebook or YouTube deal where Ryan, I think, Jazz finds a little video thing, and I'm starting to wonder if he's not going to be the one who dies.
But see, the thing is, though, because they're in the TARDIS, they don't age when they're in the TARDIS.
That's right.
At all. So the cancer can't spread when he's in the TARDIS. Or near the TARDIS.
Back out, it may
or near the TARDIS. Like, even if he's on the same planet, it's like, he can't, like, I remember the Mordred Undead episode, too. You know, like I'm saying, it's like.
That would be interesting, is if they had a companion that had to stay in the TARDIS. And, like, they communicate with them, you know, while they're on adventures there. And then his big thing could be, like, they're all in trouble and he leaves and it costs him his life to try and save them or something.
Right. That would be cool.
Would be interesting. But then again, I cringe to think of the idea of the Doctor only traveling with Ryan and Yaz, because while Ryan is getting better.
Yeah.
Well, Yaz, we know that the Doctor's favorite companion is Yaz.
Yeah.
Seems
she said it flat out. Like, Yaz. So, Yaz is her favorite companion.
And she was pretty good in this episode.
Huh?
She was pretty good in this episode.
She was. It's going to be over, guys, before you know it. That's the sad part. What?
It's like, thank Jesus.
Oh, shit. God. Well, we got the Everything Show at least. Thank God for that, and Horrorcast and all these other ones.
Yeah, right.
I know. People actually think like
done too in
I
2
know.
weeks.
Yeah. Well, I'm done with The Walking Dead before it's done. We did our walking cast today, but I don't know how long that's going to continue. All right, thank you guys. We'll be back with more people's opinions this week. Take care. Bye for now.